CITT's Canada Logistics Conference will be held in Niagara Falls, Ontario from October 25th to 27th, 2015. CITT is already hard at work on shaping the agenda. A panel of professional logistics experts will be on hand to help participants develop a mature supply chain. The track will be looking at a number of hot-button issues in the industry.
So the mature supply chain track, we're going to be talking about hot button topics in our industries. So over the road, international shipping, attracting the next generation. And more importantly, we're going to be talking about solutions to those problems. How do we work together as an industry to solve some of these challenges that we're facing?
My role on the panel for the mature supply chain is not about being old and mature, which I am, but I think it's bringing the learning that we have from industry out to others and talk about what is the importance of a mature supply chain. What can we share, our knowledge that we share? How do we deal with crisis situations? How do we manage upsets to our business? What do we look at to prepare or to understand how events in the industry, events in the world can affect us and be ready for that? So a mature supply chain is how I think we react to problems, how we set ourselves up, whether it's people, whether it's processes, whether it's experiences from previous situations, is how do you manage what's coming at you? How do you manage the unknown? Versus being maybe reactionary, it's the preparation for a change.
The conference will also address the issue of sustainability and why it's so important a focus for supply chain.
I'm excited to go to Paul Larson's sustainability track because he's from the University of Manitoba. He's going to bring some insight and some thought to sustainability, which I'm actually working on with HBC right now. I'm pulling some data, trying to get some data sets together so that we can understand where we are in the process. And also, I think it's not just about the sustainability. It's a bigger track. It's a bigger presentation that Paul's providing us to help companies save money, to do things better, to have better initiatives on your sustainability.
Since Canada Logistics Conference takes place in Niagara Falls this year, attendees will have the opportunity to visit the Welland Canal and hear about developments in the St. Lawrence Seaway.
Ever since I was in Vancouver, I've heard so much about the highway H2O, and this time, since our conference is in Niagara, it's a great opportunity to learn about the St. Lawrence Seaway and the Welland Canal. To see something in action that has been around for almost 200 years, a 3,700-kilometer marine highway, I think it's going to be amazing. I'm really looking forward to both the session on the St. Lawrence Seaway and then the Welland Canal tour afterward.
Regulatory issues, naturally, will also be a major focus of CITT's conference agenda.
2 of the 7 education sessions at this year's Canada Logistics Conference I'm particularly looking forward to is the first being the regulatory track. Having David Bradley there with the Canadian Trucking Alliance and the Ontario Trucking Association with his background insight to the changes and to safety, standardization, and regulatory compliance requirements throughout the Canada Transportation Act, it will be particularly informative to both shippers as well as transportation and carrier individuals who are needing to make sure that we all are in compliance as we move goods north-south in North America as well as within Canada. So I'm particularly looking forward to that. At the same time, looking forward to Ian McKay's insights as a leading transportation lawyer in Canada, his background and experience in looking at all of this legislation that we're all bound by. He will also provide a lot of insight as to how we navigate and work in compliance to the new changes in the laws that we have to work within.
The regulatory issues of motor carriers have a downstream effect on shippers' operations, so it's imperative shippers get a full understanding of these.
Relative to supply chain, whether that's a shipper, carrier, or a service provider, we certainly need to be cognizant of those regulatory compliance issues. And as an integrated network that we move goods from origin to destination, we need to be very sensitive to how all of those components need to fit together and respect both carriers, shippers, and the consumers and customers on the road.
For more information about Canada Logistics Conference 2015, go to www.citt.ca.